This is not just a product launch, it's a signal of market positioning around Caitlin Clark. For months, there had been quiet anticipation around her first signature shoe. Now, with the confirmation of the Caitlin 1 under Nike, the timeline becomes clear. Holiday 2026. That timing is deliberate. Signature shoes are not simply about performance, they are about brand maturity. And in Clark's case, this move confirms that she is no longer just a rising star. She's being treated as a central commercial figure in basketball. Very few WNBA players reach this level of investment from a global brand. So this release is less about footwear and more about how the league's most visible player is being positioned in the broader sports economy. The key detail here is not just that Nike is launching a signature shoe, it's how long this process has taken. According to Caitlin Clark, development began during her final year at Iowa Hawkeyes. That means this is a multi-year build, not a reaction to short-term popularity. And that's how major brands operate when they see long-term value. Clark had options. Adidas and Under Armour were both in discussions, but Nike secured the deal not just because of market power, but because of alignment with Clark's personal vision. She has openly said it was a childhood goal to be a Nike athlete. That matters in branding. Because when an athlete is emotionally aligned with a company, the product becomes more than endorsement, it becomes identity. And that typically leads to stronger, more authentic market performance over time. What stands out most is Clark's emphasis on innovation. During her appearance on the New Heights podcast with Travis Kelce, Caitlin Clark pointed to something unusual. The technology in the Caitlin 1 is expected to be different from anything previously used in a basketball shoe. That's a significant claim. Signature shoes often rely on proven templates with minor adjustments. But when a brand signals new technology, it suggests a deeper level of investment, not just in the athlete's image, but in performance credibility. And that distinction matters for Clark. She's not marketed purely as a cultural figure. Her game, built on range, pace control, and high-volume shot creation, demands functional design. If the shoe reflects that style, it strengthens the connection between product and performance. In other words, this is not just branding, it's an attempt to build a system around how she actually plays. There's also a strategic layer in how the shoe will be presented to the market. Early details suggest multiple colorways, including holiday-themed releases and even a potential Kansas City Chiefs tribute. That connection, through Travis Kelce and the New Heights platform, extends Clark's visibility beyond basketball, and that's intentional. Modern signature lines are not confined to one sport. They are built to operate across audiences, basketball fans, casual consumers, and broader pop culture markets. By introducing crossover themes, Nike is positioning Caitlin Clark as a multi-market figure, not just a league-specific star. Pricing reinforces that strategy. With tiered options across adult, youth, and preschool sizes, the goal is accessibility without losing premium positioning. That balance is critical, especially for a first signature shoe, where demand must translate into sustained sales, not just initial hype. This is how a product becomes a long-term line rather than a one-time release. When you step back, this announcement defines where Caitlin Clark now sits in the global sports landscape. Signature shoes are reserved for players who can carry both performance credibility and commercial weight. With the Caitlin 1, Nike is making a long-term bet, not just on her current popularity, but on sustained influence. And that has broader implications for the WNBA. For years, the league has searched for scalable commercial stars, players who can drive viewership, merchandise, and brand partnerships at a global level. Clark is now clearly positioned in that category. But with that comes expectation. This is no longer just about on-court development. It's about consistency, availability, and the ability to perform under increased visibility. Every game, every moment now feeds into a larger ecosystem that includes media, sponsorship, and product performance. So the real question is not whether the shoe will sell. It's whether Clark can maintain the level of impact required to justify becoming one of the central business figures in modern basketball.